the BBC documentary on Gujarat riots has stirred tensions once again in the UK. Extremists responsible for the Birmingham temple attack in September of 2022 are now threatening Hindu diaspora in the United Kingdom. BJP supporters have been threatened through a video which was released on online platforms, is what we're learning at this point. Major Shah, now we've seen the Leicester violence that took place earlier as well. Temples were attacked and Hindu flags were defaced as well. There was a lot of mob violence that took place. Now the same sort of group that was behind that sort of violence earlier is now again threatening Hindu groups there, and this has been irked after, unsurprisingly, a polarizing documentary that has been brought forward by the BBC.
It's very unfortunate that these kind of, attacks are taking place, especially on Hindus over there, on their temples over there. It's very, very unfortunate. And I think we should learn to respect all cultures, all religions, all nationalities, internationally, globally. The first thing that should come to anyone's mind, especially outsiders, humanity. In fact, humanity should be the religion that we should follow. We should think that we're all the human beings at the end of the day, and we all love listening in peace, live in peace. Now, the very fact that such kind of attacks are taking place, I totally condemn them. And I hope wisdom prevails. I hope good sense prevails, where people do not indulge in violence. Wrongs don't make a right. They make a further wrong. And khoon ke badle mein khoon, it is really wrong. And I mean, when people indulge in violence, any form, it can be a slap, it can be a minor slap, it can be a bomb, it can be anything. I mean, I think it's total futile waste of time. I think anger is something which we, as one of the philosophers rightly has said, anger is something which we actually, which is used, where we punish our own selves for the fault of others.
Right, absolutely. I'm also being joined by Ambassador Sajanhar at this point. Sir, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We're talking about an incident that's happened in the UK. Earlier, we saw violence that erupted between two groups in Leicester, and that was, of course, there were extremists who were behind that violence that erupted. It was violence against Hindu groups. Now we're seeing the same group now threaten Hindus and BJP leaders in the UK, of course. And this has come after the BBC's documentary on the Gujarat riots, which is, of course, picking issues. The second episode of the documentary also has released, which of course picks issues that are again religiously polarizing.
No, you're right. I think this is exactly what was expected, that it is going to incite violence. This documentary, the so-called documentary, is going to incite violence. It is again raking up issues that have been settled over the last 20 years. They have been undergone rigorous discussion, examination, investigation, and hearings in different courts and different fora. And what the BBC, this production has brought out is nothing new. It has just, got a report from the British Foreign Office. How did it manage to get this secret confidential document from the British Foreign Office? I think that is something also that needs to be investigated. Why is it being done at this time when, we have 9 elections, state elections going to take place in India, general elections going to take place next year? So I think it raises many questions. And that was the reason exactly why India decided to block this content on YouTube, because it has the potential of creating law and order issues for the government. So I think government is fully within its right, because its first responsibility is to ensure that there is peace and there is security amongst the citizens and amongst the people. And this is what we see which is happening in the United Kingdom, because it is similar elements which had taken action against the Hindu community. So even within the diaspora in Britain, maybe in other countries, but definitely in India also, potential. We have seen how these perpetrated, these mischievous misreporting comments on some other issues in very recent past had also led to this. So I think everyone, including the government security agencies, need to be on their guard.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.